There's been quite a few news stories surrounding the next Ghost Recon Project OVER game, with a lot of credit going towards Tom Henderson for revealing a lot of behind the scenes about what's going on with Ubisoft and what is said to be the next game after Black Flag Resynced, Ghost Recon Project OVER. Now, I've talked about a lot of the features and what this new game is actually going to contain, and I'll leave those videos in the description and pinned comment section below, but in this video we've got quite a few updates, and the first one comes from Tom Henderson, who runs Insider Gaming, who stated that Ghost Recon Project OVER is actually a crucial game release for Ubisoft for 2026. However, it's become another casualty of Ubisoft's ongoing cost-cutting crisis, may affect the game's content or post-launch content, which has been seen in previous Ghost Recon titles. According to Tom Henderson's exclusive reporting for Insider Gaming on March 26, 2026, OVER is currently considered a crucial release for Ubisoft's upcoming fiscal year, positioned alongside the summer release of Black Flag Remake. However, despite its critical importance, the game has already been significantly scaled back from its original vision, and it seemed that things have gotten a little worse, as on March 19, Ubisoft's Chief Studios and Portfolio Officer Marie-Sophie de Woubert sent a company-wide email announcing that Ubisoft will shut down game development at Red Storm Entertainment, resulting in the layoff of 105 employees. The decision was framed as part of Ubisoft's global cost reduction plan following a careful review of operational strategic priorities. But according to Tom Henderson's sources, less than 24 hours after the announcement, teams were scrambling to remedy the fallout to keep critical releases, including Ghost Recon OVER, on track. The problem is that dozens of people at Red Storm were working on OVER, and the void they'll leave will be extremely difficult to fill with qualified personnel. Also, affected employees are protected under the Worker Adjustment and Restraining Notification Act, also known as the WARN Act, giving them 60 days notice with a final day set for May 18, 2026. However, their access to Ubisoft systems was revoked immediately after the announcement. Then, in a bizarre turn of events, some employees were asked the very next day to return to their projects during the warn period, specifically those working on OVER and Watch Dogs Legion Director's Cut. At the time of closure, Red Storm's gaming division was working on approximately 10 projects at Ubisoft, including the hotly anticipated Splinter Cell remake, which Henderson notes that had its own issues and is reportedly well over budget. Now, Ghost Recon Project OVER is the next mainline Ghost Recon game, and as we've broken down a lot of the details of this game, it is the next new mainline game, and it is taking a very different approach to the previous games. The game will be built fully in Unreal Engine 5, it's got a brand new setting, and it will be a fully tactical first-person shooter with both single-player and multiplayer components. The game originally targeted a fall 2025 release, then pushed to fall 2026 with an internal alpha that was scheduled for fall 2025. The game was supposed to modernize the Ghost Recon formula with tactical sprinting, sliding, vaulting, and enhanced movement systems, which are changes bleeding over from its connection to the now rebooted Far Cry Maverick extraction shooter. But there does seem to be a broader crisis at Ubisoft, as Ghost Recon Project OVER is just one victim of what Henderson described as Ubisoft's wholesale policy of saving money by shuttering entire studios. Speaking to dozens of current and former Ubisoft employees, Henderson found consensus that studio targeting closures are doing more harm than good. The layoffs don't feel strategic. Instead, Ubisoft appears to look at a studio's costs and pull the trigger without foresight into how it affects projects in the pipeline. Red Storm was part of Ubisoft's creative network, one of 19 support studios fundamental to keeping projects on track. Its closure creates a void in multiple projects, leading to the very problems Ubisoft is trying to solve, with further delays, scope reductions, and higher budget. And the worst part is that more cuts are coming. Ubisoft is still planning further cost-cutting measures totaling another 100 million euros as its third and final implementation, meaning thousands more layoffs are likely coming. And for Ghost Recon Project OVER, already scaled back and now missing dozens of key contributors, again, it may mean that content is cut, or maybe that the game is very much done and is near completion and is likely in the polishing stages now. It does still call into question what the post-launch situation is going to look like for this game, as the intention of this game is to bring Ghost Recon back into the public eye as one of Ubisoft's heavy hitters, alongside Assassin's Creed and Far Cry. Tom Henderson also gave us a slate of Ubisoft projects that was slated for 2026 and 2027 at the end of 2025, with a fall 2026 release for Ghost Recon, Project Hexe, which is the next mainline Assassin's Creed, which we've also talked about, Project Naught, the Splinter Cell remake, which is seemingly over budgeted, which we will also break down on this channel, Project Blackbird, which is the next mainline Far Cry, along with Project Maverick, which is the Far Cry extraction shooter, which may have been cancelled. There was also the Project Rewind Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake, which was completely cancelled. Project Altera, the Animal Crossing-esque game. Project Crest, a World War II extraction shooter. And Beyond Good and Evil 2, which is still happening. And nearly every project on this list has reported development troubles. Ghost Recon Project OVER is supposed to be the next big release after Black Flag remake, but whether this changes, we will have to wait and see. It's likely that we are going to still be getting the next Ghost Recon game in fall 2026, as that was the release date of the previous Ghost Recon mainline games, and it is likely that we will be getting a reveal sooner rather than later. Summer Game Fest is only next month, and it is likely that Ubisoft will present a Ubisoft Forward presentation during this time of June, during the Summer Game Fest, to reveal Ghost Recon and hopefully reveal the next mainline Far Cry. Now I will be talking about the next mainline Far Cry, the state of Ubisoft, and the upcoming Splinter Cell remake on this channel, so go ahead and subscribe if you haven't already. And guys, it is finally here. The Balboa Club Witch Hunt Collection Volume 1 is now available and will run from December through February, and this drop is specifically inspired by The Witcher, as I wanted to blend the styles of the wrestling world with the games we all know and love. So please go ahead and check out the Balboa Club store. It's on the channel store page, and the website is in the description and pinned comment section below.
Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement.